You may hear a little bit of engine noise. I'm sitting in my truck with AC on because it's hot here today in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Today, crumbs from my table. Crumbs from my table. This is one of those videos where I got a thought in my head and I either have to write it down or go ahead and put it to a video, or either I'll forget it by the time 10 minutes goes by. But there's a wonderful, wonderful passage of scripture found in Luke chapter 16. And today we're just going to be looking at verses 19, 20, and 21. And it's the story about a rich man. It's the story about a poor man. And it's the story about how a poor man, a beggar, laid at the gates of this rich man. Every day he would just lay outside the gates where this rich man lived. He had sores all over him, and dogs would come and lick his sores. He was in bad shape, poor, unhealthy, and his only desire from laying outside those gates were just, man, if I could just eat the crumbs that fell from his table, I would be a blessed man. All he was looking for is crumbs. I gripe a lot in my life. I spend a lot of time thinking and wondering, why can't I have this like everybody else? Why can't I have that like everybody else? Why do they have the nicer homes, the nicer cars? Why have they got it made and I don't? Why do they never work and I do? Why, poor, pitiful me. Reminds me of the Linda Ronstadt song, Poor, Pitiful Me. Lay my head on the railroad track waiting for the double E. But the train don't run by here anymore. Poor, pitiful me. Couldn't even get a train to run over. She's in such bad shape. But you know, we all do that. Then it dawned on me. I saw a man the other day digging through the garbage close to where I work. And I work in a part of town where it's not a pleasant part of town. That just happens to be where I work. But he was going through the garbage just to find a little bit of drink left in a soda can, and drinking after somebody else, and trying to find a piece of a leftover hamburger or some fries in a hamburger bag. And I'm thinking, man, I've got it made. I'm a rich man. I'm a blessed man. All he's looking for was crumbs. And I've had people tell me, Mr. Glenn, Brother Glenn, man, I wish I had your life, buddy. You seem to have it made. And I do. I really do. But I have aches and I have pains and I have heartaches, and we all do. Nobody is eliminated from those things. But you got to remember, no matter what you're going through, how rough you may think it is, health-wise, physical-wise, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, whatever you're going through, there's always somebody that would love to be in your shoes, because to them it would be quite an improvement. You think you're as low as you can go, but to somebody would give everything they had just to be like you and to be in your financial state, in your physical state, in your emotional state. So I got to thinking about that. There's so many different directions you can go on that verse of scripture about the rich man and Lazarus. And we're going to do that one day. We're going to talk about that. But today I just had that thought. Man, somebody out there in this world would just give anything if they could just have the crumbs that fall off my table. Stuff that falls off my table when I eat and the dogs come and get it. They absolutely love it. That's all some people want, is just the crumbs off your table, because they're hungry and they're starving and they need something. Whether it be physical food or whether it just be some thought, something to just throw out there, some hug, some handshake, just nothing really out of your way, just something off the table. You can just give them. It could be physical food, or it could be some kind of spiritual food. They're just longing for something, sitting and begging at your gate, wishing they could get a part of you, just something you could give them. So keep that thought in mind. That's just something I thought about here as I'm preparing to eat lunch out of my truck, and I thought I'd pass it your way. The crumbs from my table or your table. See you guys again next time on Heart Talk. Thank you so very much.